how do you know they're not lying?
Well, and you're absolutely right. I mean, what's the objective test and how do we measure this? You
Mm,
can't measure emotion. I mean, even if you could determine that these physical effects indicated that, it would be no more than an indication. There could be other, if someone had the shakes or they were all tensed up, there could be other reasons for that. And all they're so busy diagnosing and trying to figure out what to call something that they're not looking at, what the source of the problem is. And I maintain a lot of it is simply what is going on inside of the schools themselves.
Hmm.
yeah. Well, school avoidant behaviors most often occur in the transition between elementary and middle and high school. Something we all go through and then get over. So, what happens to these kids if they don't get over this? Like,
They're life avoidant.
Yeah.
is
Well, they've had no rites
that
of passage.
suicidal? That doesn't sound good. Life avoidant?
Well, I
It's
mean,
a euphemism.
I think it's the next door neighbor to it. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's pretty fair. But I mean,
It's
they
very
have gone.
nihilistic.
Yeah.
They're
Well, think about it.
teammates.
The kids don't have very many rites of passage anymore. I mean, there's a lot of
Oh.
families that aren't religious, so they don't have like, confirmation through the church or bar or bat mitzvahs. You don't have a lot of, you're growing up. You don't have these benchmarks of I've gone through this experience, this shared experience with other people, my peers, and now we've come through it and now we're at a new level. You don't have that. You don't have anything that builds up your confidence that you could get through things that suck. I mean, it's no
Mhm.
Hmm.
wonder that they're avoiding adult relationships, or if they're very promiscuous with the relationships. Why? Well, I'm not going to deal with the consequences, so I'm going to rush towards an abortion. I'm like, well, I'm not surprised because everyone taught you that if something was unpleasant or scary or uncomfortable, that you just got rid of it and you just didn't have to do it. I mean, this opt-out culture, the
Hmm.
spectator culture. I just
Hmm.
if that isn't abusing the children, I don't know what is. They need
Oh,
more than ever to have this message of you've got to dig into life.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
definitely an insult to their intelligence because if the adults don't realize it by now, children are constantly testing the world against what reality is. And so, much like a parent who asks the child about the broken vase, the parent already knows the answer. When children act out, they already know what the right response should be innately, and they want to make
Hmm.
sure the parent's still going to be consistent. Over and
Yeah.
over and over again, they will test the same boundaries. I know mom told me to rinse my dish and before I put it in the dishwasher. Let's see if that really holds true.